Trump just got Iran to cry uncle. They've been calling him crazy for making threats, but guess the threats worked. The Strait's on its way to being opened, and Iran's promising to stop firing missiles and drones. The next 24 hours will be the test. If oil tankers start sailing through, we're on our way to officially ending this and hitting the president's 6-week time frame. If they play games, back to bridge and power plant day. The mullahs should know better. Their economy's in a depression. Heavy industry like steel, petrochemicals, and their military-industrial complex have been obliterated. People were already taking to the streets during the last economic crisis, and now it's 10 times worse. All morning, we were peppering their crown jewel, Karg Island. That's something Iran can't afford to lose. And our B-52s are already on their way to theater today, but Iran had no choice. The New York Times is also reporting China begged the Iranians to take the deal, saying their economy couldn't take it anymore. The regime was backed into a corner, and the president believed that sending in soldiers to open up the strait and seize Karg wouldn't be wise.
Aaron, we thought this might happen. We come on the air. We think it's going to be one way. It ends up being another. What do you make of it?
Well, I think the devil is going to be in the details about this ceasefire. And if, in fact, Iran is going to open the Strait of Hormuz for a period of 2 weeks in return for the United States and Israel ceasing military operations, what does that mean? Does that mean, for example, that all the ships going through the strait still have to be approved by Iran? Do they have to go through that northern channel through the strait along the Iranian coast? Or can they sail through the international channel in the middle, which they've been avoiding since the start of this war? The devil is in the details here.
So why has the Strait of Hormuz, for people catching up with this story right now, become the centerpiece of everything in this war?
Well, the president began this war having asserted a series of ambitious but limited objectives. He talked about Iran's missile program, its infrastructure to build missiles, its navy, its nuclear program, and its support for terror proxies. But what he explicitly said on that first day was that he was not needing regime change to consider the war a success. In return, Iran basically took the Strait of Hormuz hostage. And in so doing, it took the global economy hostage, which has led us to the last few weeks where the president has escalated his rhetoric to the point where really he is talking about an unlimited maximalist war. This morning, talking about ending Iranian civilization.
As much as people heard the president's comments like ending Iranian civilization and thought he's not a rational actor in this, it didn't seem like the Iranian side was a rational actor in this. What do you make of them suddenly saying, actually, we will reopen the strait?
Well, there's a lot we don't know. We don't know actually who the president is talking to through these intermediaries in Iran. It is possible when you work your way through the details of this revolutionary regime, you're going to find somebody who's willing to buy some time. The Ayatollah Khamenei, who of course was killed on the first day of this war, occasionally took the limited option, occasionally took the way out in past rounds of violence. After his death, we seem pretty stuck in on round after round of escalation. It's possible they found somebody who is willing to do a deal. However, they have to watch what this means. What does it mean that the Strait of Hormuz is actually open? The Iranians are sort of famous for making an agreement and then taking a few steps back.
And then will the shipping companies actually trust the ceasefire, and will the flow of oil continue? One of the things I've been confused by, and I think people at home probably are as well, is we have thousands upon thousands of successful strikes on Iran. How is it that after all of those strikes, they are still capable of launching missiles and drones that hit Israel, that hit our bases in the Middle East, that hit our allies?
Well, Tony, you may be familiar with the Adam Smith quote that there's a great deal of ruin in a nation. There's a great deal of ruin in a military as well. Take the Iranian missile program for an example. These missile stockpiles are buried deep underground. We bomb the entrance to the stockpile, the tunnel that leads into it. The Iranians dig it back out again. There is no question that the United States has heavily degraded Iran's missile capacity, just to stick with this one category. It's not capable of the kind of things it was capable of at the start of this war. It's certainly not capable of what it was back in 2023, post-October 7th. But that doesn't mean it can't fire 5, 10, 25 missiles a day, which is enough not to accomplish serious military objectives, but it is enough to be destabilizing. It is enough potentially to retaliate if the president went after Iranian nuclear or power plants.
What's the significance of Pakistan playing the mediator here?
That's a very interesting aspect of all this. Pakistan, of course, is very close to China. And that's a question I want to pull the thread on here in the days ahead is what is China's role in all of this? What is the significance of Pakistan asserting itself as an intermediary like this? You know, who's not happy about this is going to be the Indians, of course, who have long-standing tensions with the nation of Pakistan.
All right. So of the new information we got tonight, just moments ago, we have a ceasefire. What's the most important thing to watch between now and the next beat in this war?
When we wake up in the next few days, if this ceasefire indeed sticks and if the Strait of Hormuz rhetorically is open, is it actually open? Do we see ships go going through the international channel in the middle of the strait. Is the U.S. Navy allowed to sail back into the Persian Gulf, or are we asking Iranian permission to do that? That's another thing I'd ask.
All right, we're going to keep our eyes on it. Aaron McLean, thank you very much.
点击以下资讯栏链接，可看这个影片的完整背景与后续引起的回响哦。